ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पदानश्चन्वन्नोदिविश्रीदसादनम् ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ता वन्दे श्रीगुरुपरम्पराम्। ओम श्री शंकराचार्य स्वामिने नमः। ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम।
नमस्ते महोदय। मृणालिनी गोपालन् भगिनी।
आम्। अनन्तश्चास्मि नागानां वरुणो यादसामहं पितॄणामर्यमा चास्मि यमः संयमतामहम्।
गुड।
राजेश्वरी शिवशंकर भगिनी।
नमस्ते महोदय।
नमस्ते।
प्रह्लादश्चास्मि दैत्यानां कालः कलयतामहं मृगाणां च मृगेन्द्रोऽहं वैनतेयश्च पक्षिणाम्।
गुड।
काश्मीरा भगिनी।
यस्। पवनः पवतामस्मि रामशस्त्रभृतामहं जषाणां मकरश्चास्मि स्रोतसामस्मि जाह्नवी।
गुड।
विजयलक्ष्मी भगिनी।
नमस्ते महोदय।
नमस्ते।
सर्गानामादिरन्तश्च मध्यं चैवाहमर्जुन अध्यात्मविद्या विद्यानां वादप्रवदतामहम्।
गुड।
कृष्ण पावनी भगिनी।
नमस्ते महोदय।
नमस्ते।
अक्षराणामकारोऽस्मि द्वन्द्वस्तामासिकस्य च अहमेवाक्षयः कालः हाताहौ विश्वतो मुखः।
Good. So we'll go to a new shloka for today.
श्रीमती भगिनी।
नमस्ते महोदय।
नमस्ते। मृत्युः सर्वहरश्चाहम्
मृत्युः सर्वहरश्चाहम् मृत्युः सर्वहरश्चाहम्
उद्भवश्च भविष्यताम्
उद्भवश्च भविष्यताम् उद्भवश्च भविष्यताम्
मृत्युः सर्वहरश्चाहम् उद्भवश्च भविष्यताम्
मृत्युः सर्वहरश्चाहम् उद्भवश्च भविष्यताम् मृत्युः सर्वहरश्चाहम् उद्भवश्च भविष्यताम्।
Good.
Thank you.
शीला शिंदे भगिनी।
Yes sir.
कीर्तिश्रीर्वाक्च नारीणाम्
कीर्तिश्रीर्वाक्य नारीणाम् कीर्तिर्श्रीर्वाक्य नारीणाम्
वाक्च
वाक्च okay yes sir वाक्च कीर्तिर्श्रीर्वाक्च नारीणाम् कीर्तिर्श्रीर्वाक्च नारीणाम्
धृतिर्मेधा धृतिः क्षमा
स्मृतिर्मेधा धृति क्षमा स्मृतिर्मेधा धृति क्षमा.
In the case of ksha, as per Sanskrit rule, when it is having a kind of a
Yes, sir.
Visarga
Yes,
there.
sir.
It
Yes,
is
sir.
Vibhuhi and then
Okay.
Kshama separately.
Okay.
Smrutirmeda Dutihi Kshama.
स्मृतिर्मेधा धृतिः क्षमा श्रुतिर्मेधा धृतिः क्षमा
कीर्तिश्चीर्वाक्च नारीणाम् स्मृतिर्मेधा धृतिः क्षमा.
कीर्तिर्श्रीर्वाक्च नारीणाम् स्मृतिर्मेधा धृतिः क्षमा कीर्तिश्रीर्वाक्च नारीणाम् स्मृतिर्मेधा धृतिः क्षमा.
Very good. Next.
के ललिता भगिनी
मृत्युः सर्वहरश्चाहम् उद्भवश्च भविष्यताम्.
मृत्युः सर्वहरश्चाहम् उद्भवश्च भविष्यताम् मृत्युः सर्वहरश्चाहम् उद्भवश्च भविष्यताम्.
Good. Next.
श्रीलक्ष्मी भगिनी
कीर्तिश्चीर्वाक्च नारीणाम् स्मृतिर्मेधा धृतिः क्षमा.
श्रीवाक्चनारीणां
श्रीः वाक्च श्रीः वाक् so श्रीर् वाक् SHRIR श्रीर् वाक्च.
कीर्तिर्श्रीर्वाक्चनारीणां स्मृतिर्मेधा धृतिः क्षमा
धृतिः क्षमा.
कीर्तिर्श्रीर्वार्च sorry sir
धृतिः क्षमा.
धृतिक्षमा धृतिक्षमा
Because the ksha is there, you have to dhutihi kshama.
yes sir कीर्तिर्श्रीवार्चनारीणां स्मृतिर्मेधा धृतिक्षमा
Dhutihi kshama.
क्षमा धृतिक्षमा
Hi kshama.
shall I repeat sir
Yeah, please.
कीर्तिश्रीर्वाक्चनारीणां स्मृतिर्मेधा धृतिक्षमा
No, you have to say smrutir medha dhutihi kshama.
स्मृतिर्मेधा धृतिक्षमा is it
Dhutihi
right sir
dhutihi kshama.
स्मृतिः स्मृतिर्मेधा धृतिक्षमा
Dhutihi. You have a past, then say kshama.
okay sir स्मृतिः मेधा
No,
स्मृतिर्मेधा
Dhutihi kshama.
धृतिः क्षमा okay
Ah.
sir धृतिः only I should say okay
Whenever ksha comes and this visarga in before that, you have to give emphasis for the visarga.
okay sir okay sir
Yeah.
कीर्तिश्रीर्वाक्चनारीणां स्मृतिर्मेधा धृतिः क्षमा is it right sir
Perfect. Yeah. Next.
उषा श्रीनिवासन भगिनी
First line 2 times.
Yes, sir. Namaste, Mahodaya.
Namaste.
मृत्युः सर्वहरश्चाहम् उद्भवश्च भविष्यताम् मृत्युः सर्वहरश्चाहम् उद्भवश्च भविष्यताम्.
Okay. And the only thing is that you pronounce well, but haraschagam I heard harash, not haras, harash, ish.
Harash.
Harash, yeah.
Harash. Shankarasha.
Correct. That ish should come.
Harasha. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Next.
वीणा फानिश्री भगिनी
Second line 2 times.
नमस्ते महोदय
Namaste.
कीर्तिश्रीर्वाक्चनारीणां स्मृतिर्मेधा धृतिः क्षमा कीर्तिश्रीव्रात्सनारीणाम् स्मृतिर्मेधा धृतिः क्षमा.
Good. Next.
Bhanurekha Bhagini.
Full shloka.
Yes. Namaste Mahoday.
Namaste.
मृत्युः सर्वहरश्चाहम् उद्भवश्च भविष्यताम् कीर्तिश्रीर्वाक्च नारीणाम् स्मृतिर्मेधा धृतिः क्षमा.
Good. Next.
Mrinalini Gopalan Bhagini.
मृत्युः सर्वहरश्चाहम् उद्भवश्च भविष्यताम् कीर्तिश्रीवाक्च नारीणाम् स्मृतिर्मेधा धृतिः क्षमा.
It's not Shri-Vakcha, Shrir-Vakcha. SHRIR. It is supposed to be Shrihi Vakcha. So Shrihi Vakcha becomes Shrir-Vak.
Okay, Mahodaya. Shrirvakcha, correct, Mahodaya?
That's correct.
Shrirvakcha narinam smritirmedha dhritihi kshama.
Good. Next.
Leela Shinde Bhagini.
मृत्युः सर्वहरश्चाहम् उद्भवश्च भविष्यताम् कीर्तिश्रीर्वाक्च नारीणाम् स्मृतिर्मेधा धृतिः क्षमा.
Good. Next.
Srimati Bhagini.
मृत्युः सर्वहरश्चाहम् उद्भवश्च भविष्यताम् कीर्तिश्रीर्वाक्च नारीणाम् स्मृतिर्मेधा धृतिः क्षमा.
Dhutihi Kshama.
धृतिः क्षमा.
Good. Next.
Rajeshwari Shivashankar Bhagini.
मृत्युः सर्वसहश्चाहम् उद्भवश्च भविष्यताम्
Sarvaharashchaham, not Sarvasara. Sarvahara. Mrityu Sarvaharashchaham.
मृत्युः सर्वहरश्चाहम् उद्भवश्च भविष्यताम् कीर्तिश्रीवाक्च नारीणाम् स्मृतिर्मेधा धृतिः क्षमा.
Good. Next.
K. Lalita Bhagini.
मृत्युः सर्वहरश्चाहम् उद्भवश्च भविष्यताम् कीर्तिश्रीर्वाक्च नारीणाम् स्मृतिर्मेधा धृतिः क्षमा.
Good. One more person.
Sri Lakshmi Bhagini. Sri Lakshmi Bhagini. Mrinalini Gopalan Bhagini.
Bhagini. मृत्युः सर्वहरश्चाहम् उद्भवश्च भविष्यताम् कीर्तिश्रीर्वाक्च नारीणाम् स्मृतिर्मेधा धृतिः क्षमा.
Good. Okay. So Bhagavan is continuing further in terms of various glories. And as we are talking, he was talking about all the things, all the extremes, the magnificent things that everybody is put into awe. He was talking about Garuda, talking about the whale, talking about the mountain, talking about horse, talking about elephant, talking about lion. So he's talking about all the things that is really a kind of a glory, huge things that we all want to go to Kenya to have a look at the wildlife. That is primarily glory of Bhagavan. Somebody wants to take a flight to Himalayas and see Mount Everest. Again, glory of Himalayas. Somebody wants to go to Manasarovar and see the lake, glory. He said, Sarasa must be Sagara. So among the water bodies, he is one of the water bodies. So if you look at this, everything, anything that you say, I want to go and view, see the nature. In some place, it is all, nature is the glory or manifestation of Bhagavan. Then he also told that he is Maharishi, he is a lot of people. He has also told that I am Narada, I am Shiva, Shankara. Then he also talked about the Panchabhutas, Pavana Pavata Masmi, Vasunam Pavaka Hasmi. Then everything. Then in the case of river, I am Janavi, that is, I am river Ganga. So he has now talked about everything. Whatever we can think of about our interaction with the external things in the world, and also understanding of the Puranic characters that we had, we find that it is all Bhagavan. Everything is Bhagavan. Now Bhagavan says, now Mrityuhu Aham, I am death. So he starts off telling them, Mrityuhu Aham, Sarva Haraha Aham. He says, I am death. And secondly, I am Sarva Haraha Aham. I am the destroyer of everything. So he is not only telling that I am only death, but I am a destroyer of everything. So he has also spoken around a few shlokas before. He says, Yama Samyamata Maham. We have talked about that. He says that Kalaha, I am the Yama. At the time I come and take control. You don't have a control on you. Neither the doctors have control on you. I am the one who has got control on you. He told I am Yama. Here he says I am the death. And then Sarva Haraha. You may say that I got a BMW with me, I got a Bangla with me, everything. He said, nothing is yours, man. I have taken everything with me. You go. You come empty-handed, and when you are dead, you have to go empty-handed only. It is not that possible for you to say that this is my wife, this is my son, this is my property, this is nothing. Everything he is going to be the robber. He says, I am the person, I am the robber. So he says, I take away everything. Nothing will be with you. You'll have only your papas and punya when you die. When you have a last breath, this papa and punya only will be the one that you will carry. Then when you are again going to get a new breath at the time of next janma, is only the papas and punya account will start afresh, but again with the papas and punya. So you will not be able to bring anything different than papas and punya, and you will not be able to take anything other than papas and punya. It is only up to us to decide what amount of papa we can carry and what amount of punya we can come back into this life. That we can always try to see how we can manipulate that or manage that in our current living by the way of living. So he says, Mrityuhu Sarva Haraha Aham. There is one famous song in Tamil. Some of you who know Tamil will understand. Vidu varai uravu, vidi varai manavi, kaadu varai pillai, kadasi varai yaru. It says that the relatives are only up to the house. When the death takes place, the relatives all stay back at the house. To the house only relatives are there. Then the wife comes up to the road and then she is feeling for the departed soul. Vidi varai manavi. Then the son goes up to the cremation ground. Kaadu varai pillai. Then kadasi varai yaru. Then who is going to be the towards the end, when everything is over, it's all going to be papas and punya. It's a very philosophical song, but it is a fact. We cannot carry anything, and everything will be at one level. And then at that particular point in time, even if you say somebody you want to come, everybody will say, no, you go, I don't want to come. Supposing somebody says, okay, I am going alone now, one of you come, nobody will be willing to come. So we have to come alone, we have to go back alone. We have to come with papa punyas. We have to carry our bag of papa punyas only and go. Rest of the bag is all here. You cannot say, I have this, I have that, I have got this. My Bill Gates says, I got billions of dollars. Thank you very much, sir. It's all not yours, it's all mine. Sarva Haraksha. I am taking care of it. Bhagavan says, it's all, I am taking it. Sarva Hara. Amam, he's a robber, great robber. Then Udbhavascha Bhavishyatam. Then tomorrow you are again born. When you are born, you have to have prosperity. In the future, Bhavishya, you want to have prosperity. All those prosperities, Bhagavan says, I am going to give Udbhavascha Bhavishyatam. Mrityuhu Sarva Harascha Aham. Udbhavascha Bhavishyatam. In the future, whatever you are going to get prosperity, it is all be. So he says, it's all the cycle. It's all nothing that, something is yours, something is not mine. You cannot say anything. It's all, you come empty-handed, go empty-handed. When you are born, Bhagavan provides you everything. When he goes, he takes everything. It is like that only. We have to understand. So, Udbhavascha Bhavishyatam. And what is that? Udbhavascha Bhavishyatam. Yeah. Kirtihi, Shrihi. He is talking about other traits. One thing I want to tell you here was that now the question may arise in the minds of people, why Bhagavan is so cruel that he is going to be the death? Why is the person who is going to take away everything? Why he can't give anything back? But it is a fact that we will not be able to carry anything with us. We can carry only our Papa Punya. That is based on the scriptures. We know that we will be able to carry only our Papa Punya, and everything else is left back here. And then it may go to your children, or it all goes on and goes on and goes on. And that up to it will be going to various generations. But when the Pralaya takes place, even that's all gone. Nobody can say that this is mine. The partition of India took place at that time. People lost all their properties in Pakistan and came to India. You can't say that it is mine. So when that can happen at human level, imagine at the level of Bhagavan, everything he'll be able to take it away. Even there are stories where people can be rich today and tomorrow they can be paupers. Bhagavan, when he wants, he will give. When he feels that it is to be taken, he will take back. Then somebody may say, why is Bhagavan doing this? Why can't he only be doing good? The thing is that it cannot happen that Bhagavan is only for a good person, for giving you good, and there's somebody else who takes care of death. If Bhagavan cannot dissociate himself from death and say that death is not my department, death is somebody else's department, so I am Bhagavan. Then what will you say? What is this Bhagavan? He is not taking care of me when I am dying. That's what we say. Because he is only there and then he's giving all prosperities and then he's sitting tight when I am having disease and when I am dying. So Bhagavan says, don't worry, I am the one who gave you, I am the one who is taking you. It's all me only. So don't blame anybody else for whatever is the life. Death is also me. Taking away whatever you have is also me. Bhavishyata, in future, whatever you are going to get is also me. Everything is me. So he says, accountability is only with me and it is all me. Okay. Then Kirtihi, Shrihi, Vak, Smrutihi, Meda, Dhutihi, Kshama, all these qualities. Kirti is what? Kirti is fame. Any fame that anybody has. M.S. Subbalakshmi had a fantastic voice. Okay, she was very famous for her voice. So that Kirti, Bhagavan says, it's all me. Bhagavan's blessing is required. If somebody is able to be brilliant, Bhagavan's blessing is required. Somebody is able to be singing well, Bhagavan's blessing is there. Of course, there is also some effort by the individual, no doubt about it, but that is all Bhagavan's brilliance which is coming out to the individual, like M.S. Subbalakshmi or U.B. Srinivas or Kadri Gopal Nath's saxophone. It flows. Okay, so Kirti, the fame is me. Shrihi is what? Wealth. Shri means wealth. Any kind of wealth. You got Dana Lakshmi, Dhanya Lakshmi, Santan Lakshmi, any kind of wealth that you have is all me. Okay. Vak is speech. Okay. Satyam vada, priyam vada, advetya sarvabhutanam. So we say that we have to have right kind of speech. Satyam only we should talk. Priyam vada, you have to always talk with lot of love and affection. Hitam vada, tell what is going to be providing a lot of solace to the other person. So the that vak also is me. Smruti is memory. We all have to be thankful. How does it happen? We don't know. In the brain, there are a lot of neurons that are getting transmitted whenever we have any kind of mental activity. But at the end of the day, we are able to remember a lot of things. So 50 years back, that happened to me that, you are able to recall everything. So that memory, and now there are a lot of you are doing the memory of this Bhagavad Gita and then chanting it in the classes. Where do we get this memory from? How does it happen in the brain cells? Bhagavan says it is me. Meda is brilliance. So you find that there are intelligent people, but there is somebody who is very brilliant also. There are a lot of intelligent people, but there's also something called brilliance. So brilliance, Bhagavan says, is me. And if you look at that way, for example, Bill Gates was brilliant. He was able to come out with a fantastic software company. Steve Jobs, again, if you look at, he was brilliant. He was, somebody said, I think he was also having difficulty in terms of his school studies. But when he had founded Apple, he was able to be highly successful. So it is brilliance that comes out of it. So the brilliance that comes into the minds of people, Bhagavan says it is me. Smrutihi, that is Smrutihi is memory. Meda is brilliance. Dhrutihi is determination and commitment for doing things. Dhrutihi is, Bhagavan says, is my quality. Kshama is forbearance, tolerance, accepting somebody, forgiving somebody. All those things come under Kshama. All these things are all classified as feminine words. In the Sanskrit, you got Pullinga Sabda, Strilinga Sabda. All these things are Strilinga Sabda. So it is called Nari now. So because all of them are feminine, one. And secondly, in our own culture, we always talk about Lakshmi, Saraswati, and Parvati. Lakshmi is for wealth. If you say Shrihi, all the wealth is because of Lakshmi. Then when you look at knowledge, Smruti, Meda, all these knowledge is Saraswati. And then Kriya Shakti, when we can do things, it is Parvati, Shakti. So it is again this. If you look at the three goddesses that we worship in terms of all these qualities that is being cultivated, it is all the Lakshmi, Saraswati, and Parvati, etc. So from that perspective, also these qualities are supposed to have come from them, and so they say that these are all these things, and feminine words also. So he says it is all me. But Bhagavan at the end of the day, he says me. I am sure some of you know the Devi Mahatmyam. No? In that we have that Ya Devi Sarva Bodheshu Matu Rupena Samstita Namastasya 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 Namo Namah. In that they say everything. Ya Devi Sarva Bodheshu Kirti Rupena Samstita Namastasya 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 Namo Namah. Ya Devi Sarva Bodheshu Kshama Rupena Samstita Namastasya 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 Namo Smrutir Rupena Samstita Meda Rupena Samstita. I think all these things it is covered. Where Bhagavad, the Devi is, she says that Ya Devi, which Devi, Sarva Bhuteshu, in all the living beings, Matru Rupena Samstita, established as a mother. Namastasya, 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 Namo Namah. I am worshipping you, I am saluting you, and Namaskaram, I am doing it. So this is, so if you look at that way, all these things you will find even Devi Mahatmyam, because it is all told to be coming out of these kinds of individual traits that you have. It is all feminine in nature, and we believe that it is all coming from the goddesses we worship as Shakti, Lakshmi, and Saraswati. So, Narina, Kirtihi, Shihi, Vak, Smrutir, Meda, Dudihi, Kshamaha, Narina. It's all me only. But at the end of the day, it's all one Bhagavan only. So, Bhagavan says that is all from me only. So, Mrityu Sarvaharakshaham, Udbhavascha Bhavishyadam, Kirtihi, Srihi, Vak, Narina, Smrutihi, Medaha, Dudihi, Kshama. Okay, so we'll go to the next sloka.
Rajalakshmi Bhagini.
Bruhat Samathatha Samnam.
Rajalakshmi Bhagini. Bhanureka Bhagini.
Bruhat Samathatha Samnam.
Bruhat Samatata Samnam. Bruhat Samatata Samnam.
Gayatri Chandasamaham.
Gayatri Chandasamaham. Gayatri Chandrasamaham.
Chanda, not Chandra, Chanda.
Okay. Gayatri Chandasamaham.
Bruhat Samathatha Samnam. Gayatri Chandasamaham.
Bruhat Samatata Samnam. Gayatri Chandasamaham. Bruhat Samatata Samnam. Gayatri Chandasamaham.
Good. Next.
Vijayalakshmi Bhagini.
Masana Margashishoham.
Masana Margashirshoham. Masana Margashirshoham.
Rutunam Kusumakaraha.
Rutunam Kusumakaraha. Rutunam Kusumakaraha.
Masana Margashishoham. Rutunam Kusumakaraha.
Masana Margashiryoham Shoham.
Margashishaha Aham. Margashishoham.
Margashirshoham.
Margari Masam. Margashishaha. In Sanskrit, they say Margashishaha. Margashira, Margashishaha. So Margashishaha Aham.
Masana Margashirshoham. Rutuna Kusumakaraham. Masana Margashirshoham. Rutuna Kusumakaraham.
Good. Next.
Rajalakshmi Bhagini.
Bruhat Samathatha Samnam. Gayatri Chandasamaham.
बृहत्सामततासाम्नां गायत्री छन्दसामहम् बृहत्सामततासाम्नां गायत्री छन्दसामहम्
Next.
Lalita Bhagini.
Masanam Margashishoham Rutunam Kusumakarah.
मासानां मार्गशीर्षोऽहं ऋतूनां कुसुमाकरः मासानां मार्गशीर्षोऽहं ऋतूनां कुसुमाकरः
Good. Next.
Usha Srinivasan Bhagini.
First line 2 times.
बृहत्साम तथा साम्नां गायत्री छन्दसामहम् बृहत्साम तथा साम्नां गायत्री छन्दसामहम्.
Good. Next.
Krishna Pavani Bhagini.
Second line 2 times.
मासानां मार्गशीर्षोऽहं ऋतूनां कुसुमाकरः मासानां मार्गशीर्षोऽहं ऋतूनां कुसुमाकरः.
Good. Next.
Kashmira Bhagini.
Full shloka once.
Yes, sir. बृहत्साम तथा साम्नां गायत्री छन्दसामहम् मासानां मार्गशीर्षोऽहम् ऋतूनां कुसुमाकरः.
Good. Next.
Veena Fanishri Bhagini.
Full shloka.
बृहत्साम तथा साम्नां गायत्री छन्दसामहम् मासानां मार्गशीर्षोऽहं ऋतूनां कुसुमाकरः.
Good. Next.
Sri Lakshmi Bhagini. Sri Lakshmi Bhagini. Okay. Mrinalini Gopalan Bhagini.
बृहत्साम यथा साम्नां
Tata
गायत्
samnam.
what महोदय?
Tata, not yata. Tata.
क्षम्यतां बृहत्साम तथा साम्नां गायत्री छन्दसामहम् मासानां मार्गशीर्षोऽहं ऋतूनां कुसुमाकरः.
Good. Next.
Rajeshwari Shivashankar Bhagini.
बृहत्सामथतासाम्नां गायत्री छन्दसामहं मासानां मार्गशीर्षोऽहं ऋतूनां कुसुमाकरः.
Good. Next.
Sheela Shinde Bhagini.
बृहत्साम तथा साम्नां गायत्री छन्दसामहम् मासानां मार्गशीर्षोऽहं ऋतूनां कुसुमाकरः.
Good. One more person.
Srimati Bhagini.
Yes, Mother. Full shloka.
Full shloka. Yes.
बृहत्साम तथा साम्नां गायत्री छन्दसामहम् मासानां मार्गशीर्षोऽहं ऋतूनां कुसुमाकरः.
Good. So whenever he says samnam, masanam, rutunam, that means that among, masanam, among the months, samnam, among samaveda mantras, among rutunam, among the various seasons. So we have to understand, rishinam, we are seeing, pakshinam, then, so everywhere he has used that. So that means that Among that, among that, among that. So he is among that, I am the greatest. Among that, Jashanam, among the water mammals, I am the greatest. So that is the way he was talking about. Here also Masanam, Samnam, Rutunam, he's talking about. Okay. Now, Brihat Sama Tata Samnam. In Samaveda, the Samaveda itself is supposed to be a Veda which is generally, if you some of you might have listened to a Samaveda chanting, it's a very song, it's a kind of song only. And they have got different types of ways by which they have only one way of this thing, chanting it, it will be in a song form. So in that itself, there is one mantra called Brihat Sama. That particular mantra is supposed to be a very nice mantra, praising the Bhagavan. And Bhagavan says that I am that mantra, Brihat Sama Tata Samnam. In Sama, maybe at the end of this class, I'll play this mantra. It's only 3 minutes in chanting. I'll play it. It's you can just listen to it, know what it is. So Brihat Sama Tata Samnam. In Samaveda, that Brihat Sama, it is me. That when that is sung, it is all singing in praise of me, that itself is me. Then Gayatri Chandasam Aham. Chandasam. Chandasam means there are meters. If you look at that way, Sanskrit, there are a lot of meters in terms of chanting. For example, when we are doing this Bhagavad Gita, this shloka is having 4 padas, right? 4 quarters. And each pada has got 8 aksharas. So totally there are 32 aksharas, 4 padas, and we call it as Anushtup Chandas. Chandas means meter. So when you look at that way, there are 7 chandas which are given a lot of importance. I think some of the people who do Sandhyavanam, they'll know that Gayatri, Utnik, Anushtup, Brihati, Pankti, Trishtup, Chandagumsi, Jagatya. So there are 7 different meters are available as far as Chandas is concerned. Okay, that is Gayatri. Gayatri means it has got 3 lines. Each lines will have only 8 aksharas. So 3 into 8, 24. So Gayatri mantras will have 24 aksharas. 3 lines of 8 aksharas is a Gayatri mantra. Okay, so Gayatri. Gayatri, then Ushnik. Ushnik is going to have 28 aksharas. Gayatri 24. Next is 28. It goes in a series of 4, in sequence of 4. So 28 Ushnik Chandas. Ushnik Chandas, you got 8, 8, 8, 8, 4 or 8, 8, 4, 8. It is going to be like that. That is the kind of meter that you'll be able to have in some of those mantras. I think some of those kinds of meters you may find in Narayaniyam. I'm not able to immediately get that kind of connected to that. Okay, some Vedas also you'll be able to get those kinds of Chandas. So Gayatri, Ushnik. Then 32 is Anushtu, whatever we are now just seeing. 4 into 8 is Anushtu. Gayatri, Ushnik, Anushtu. Brihati. Brihanti is 4 into 9. Instead of 8 aksharas here, you have 9 aksharas in that particular padam. 4 into 9 becomes 36. So Gayatri, Ushnik, Anushtu, Brihati. Next is Pankti. Pankti is 4 into 10, 40. So from 4 into 9 becomes 4 into 10, 40. Or it can also be 5 into 8. 8 means that 8 aksharas in one group of word. Okay, either 5 into 8, 40 or 4 into 10, 40 is called Pankti. Then Trishtup meter. Trishtup meter we have in Bhagavad Gita, like Vasam Sijirnani Yata Vihaya Navani Grinnati Naroparani. That is 4 into 11, 44. That is called Trishtup meter. And the last one is called Jagati. Jagati meter is 4 into 12, 48. So there are different chandas. And these chandas, these 7 meters are the normal ones that we always worship every day. Gayatri, Ushnik, Anushtup, Brihati, Pankti, Trishtup, Jikacha, Chandagamsi, Agni, Vayu, Arka, Vagisha, Varuna, Indra. We think of Sapta Rishis and Sapta Chandas and then do certain things in the type of Sandhya Vandana. So this is Chandas. Among the Chandas, Chandasam, Aham Gayatri. In that, Bhagavan says, among the various chandas, that various meters you have in terms of the spiritual or religious chanting of Vedas, etc., I am the Gayatri Chandas, which is having 3 lines of 8 aksharas each, totally 24 aksharas. So when you say Gayatri Chandas, Gayatri means there are 2 different ways of looking at this. One is the meter. The meter is that 3 into 8, 24 is 1 meter. And there is also a mantra also is there as Gayatri mantra. So there is one is a meter, that is 3 into 8 is a meter that we have. There is also the mantra Gayatri mantra, which is Tatsa Vidravarenyam Bhaggo Devasya Devhi Diyo Yona Prachodayati. That is going to be a mantra, which is going to be 24 things. Actually speaking, that mantra, Om Tatsa Vadravarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayati, that mantra is supposed to be in praise of sun god, Savitru. So it's called Savitri Chandas, Savitri Gayatri. You should say Savitri Gayatri. Okay, not Gayatri mantra, or Savitri mantra. Because there are a lot of other Gayatris available. If you look at Ganapati, they say that Om Tat Purushaya Vitmahe, Om Tat Om Vakratuntai Vitmahe, Om Vakratuntai Vitmahe, Om Tat Purushaya Vitmahe, Vakratuntai Vitmahe, Tanno Dandi Prachodayati. If you look at Ganapati, we say that Om Tat Purushaya Vitmahe, Vakratuntai Vitmahe, Tanno Dandi Prachodayati. That's what we say for Ganapati. When it's going to be for Ishvara, Om Tat Purushaya Vitmahe Mahadevaya Dhimahi Tanno Ruddra Prachodayati. Same meter. Then when you talk about Narayana, we say Om Narayana Vitmahe Vasudevaya Dhimahi Tanno Vishnu Prachodayati. Om. So we say for Narayana. When you say for Shanmuga, we say Om Tat Purushaya Vitmahe Mahasenaya Dhimahi Tanno Shanmuga Prachodayati. It's all same meter. When you want to pray to Rama, that is Gayatri mantra is all for meditative purposes. You can have your own God for your own choice and meditate upon him. So if you want to pray God Rama, they say that Om Dasharataya Vitmahe Sita Vallabhaya Dhimahi Tanno Rama Prachodayati. And Hanuman, Om Rama Dutaya Vitmahe Pavana Putraya Dhimahi Tanno Hanumanta Prachodayati. Then Devi, if you want to worship, Om Katyayana Vitmahe Kanyakumari Dhimahi Tanno Durgi Prachodayati. Lakshmi, Om Tatpurusha, Om Mahadevi Vitmahe Vittavati Tanno Lakshmi Prachodayati. So if you look at that way, these are all the Gayatri mantras for each of the gods. So we normally take Gayatri mantra as that Tatsa Vadravarenyam, that is normally it is spelled. So there are a lot of Ramas. When somebody says Rama, then we only think of Dasharatha Rama. That is the way, when they say Gayatri, they only attach it to that Savitri Gayatri, despite there are a lot of other Gayatris. So he says that I am Gayatri Chandas, I am also Gayatri Mantra. He is giving a lot of exalted recognition for Gayatri Mantra, because Gayatri Mantra is supposed to be the total embodiment of Veda. So it is supposed to contain the entire Veda into that. So maybe one day I'll talk about Gayatri Mantra also. And that mantra is a total embodiment of Veda. So he says that I am the exalted Gayatri Mantra. It has got 3 into 8, 24 aksharas. And now, if you look at that, why it is also told Veda, because it provides you with the Brahma Vidya, whatever that meditative. One thing is, as the children who are given done the Upanayanam, they can use it as a sadhana. They can only do the Gayatri mantra as a kind of a practice or sadhana. And as we start understanding the meaning, it is possible to meditate upon the Gayatri mantra, for which one needs to understand the meaning very, very clearly, and then you can meditate upon Gayatri mantra also to meditation as a part of knowing the Brahman and trying to understand Bhagavan within ourselves in the meditative practice. It is also possible that one can do that. So that is what is the beauty of this Gayatri mantra, which we shall talk. And then when you look at a boy who has done Upanayanam, no, he does Abhivadiye. No? The day he has done Upanayanam is over, he is doing the Abhivadiye, Angirasaha, Bharahasvatya, Bharadvaja, Trayashaya, Prabharada, Bharadvaja Gotranam, Apastama Sutranam, Yajusaga Adhyayi. He says that I belong to the 3 rishis lineage, but on that I am Bharadvaja Gotram and Apastama Sutra. There are different sutras, Apastamba, Bodhayana, like that. He says, I belong to the Apastama Sutra. Yajusaga Adhyayi. He says, I now a student of Yajur Vedam. That's what he says. But he has not even gone to a Gurukulam, but still he says that because in the morning only, at the time of Upanayanam, his father has told him this Gayatri mantra, which means that he has already been given the Brahma Jnana, which means that he is already he is already a student of Veda, because this entire Vedic knowledge has been given to him. So he says that Yajusaga Adhyayi, somebody who is Sama Veda people, they are Sama Saga Adhyayi. They will tell about their lineage of Rishi, their Gotra, what kind of Veda that they are, this thing, and then they will prostrate in front of elderly people. That is the kind of tradition that we have. So when some elderly people, when somebody does namaskaram, they'll be able to know everything about him. What is his name, what is his gotra, what is his lineage, what is the Veda that he is following, and all those kinds of things will be just known only by Abhivadiye, Abhinandan. So he says that in that Gayatri Chandas is me. Next is Masana Margashisha Aham. He says, among the months, I am Margashi. Margari, we say in Tamil month, we say Margari. Margashisha is what they say in some other thing, or Dhanurmasa is what some people also talk about it. So there is he says, among the months, I am Margari. I'll tell you about Margari Masam. It'll take some time, but still it's worth explaining that Margari thing, why it is Margari is so famous. Then other one is Rutunam Kusumakaraha. Rutus are seasons. If you look at that way, in the US and all, they have got only 4 seasons. All the Western countries follows 4 seasons. They say spring will be followed by spring will be there. Then you have summer, then you have got fall, and then winter. These are the 4 seasons that they talk in the Western countries. America, they say, my son has gone for fall, he has got exam in this thing, spring, and he has got this thing, he's going for a job in summer. That's the way they talk. Many of the Western people, they say, for summer, I'm going to Australia. For winter, we are going there. That's the way they talk. They talk only on 4 seasons. That is spring, summer, fall, and winter. Whereas in our Hindu tradition, we have 6 seasons. Instead of spring, we say Vasanta Rutau. I think most of you will be aware of that. Instead of spring season, we say Vasanta Rutau. Spring is followed by summer, and then we say Grishma Ritau. Okay, and then next is fall, as per our Western system is concerned. But we have got one more season in between we call rainy season, where we say Varsha Rutau. So we have brought Varsha Rutau, which is not there in the Western system. So we say Varsha Rutau. After Varsha Rutau, we have got fall season. It's called Sharad Rutau. So fall season is what Westerners follow. Then they straight away go to winter, but we say pre-winter. That Hemanta Rutau, that's what we say. Now winter we call Shishir Rutau. So we have got 6 different seasons. And Bhagavan says, Utunam, among the 6 seasons, I am Kusumakaraha. I am spring, because in spring only all the trees blossom, flowers blossom, everywhere is beautiful. Kusumakaram is flowers. All the blossoming takes Vasanta Kalam, we say, no? Vasanta, even some of the places they got Vasanta Panchami, Vasanta Navaratri. Vasanta is supposed to be heaven. That's Vasanta is supposed to be a lot of very auspicious thing for us, when everything starts blooming back after the winter. So Bhagavan says, I am Rutuna Kusumakaraha. When everywhere you got plentiful of beautiful flowers that are all going to bloom. That's what he says. As far as Rutus, out of the seasons, I am Kusumakaraha. Maybe I'll take some little time for this Margari month, because it's I understood about it and I found it was very, very valuable to be shared with all of you. If you look at that way, now we have started, earlier we talked about the 3 different gunas, Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. Okay. Sattva guna, you are absolutely calm. You are able to have different types of creative things. You are able to be also treat everybody properly. You got good qualities are all in Sattva guna. Okay. Very calm, very objective oriented. Then you got the second guna is Rajo guna. Rajo guna is full of action. Okay. Rajas. Third guna is Tamas, where there is so much of ignorance and inertia or darkness. So these are the 3 gunas people exhibit. And these 3 gunas that we have is also we talked about connecting it to the macrocosm. In the macrocosm, we talked about matter, energy, and intelligence. So matter is supposed to be Tamoguna. And then energy is supposed to be Rajoguna. And intelligence, the order by which the sun is moving, moon is moving, all those things, that intelligence is called Sattva Guna. So this is what we had, the macrocosm. And microcosm amongst us also we have got these 3 types of guna, Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. So when you look at that way, in daily, every day also, the day has got all these 3 gunas. Early morning, you have got Sattva Guna. When you get up in the morning, normally after a good sleep, your mind is absolutely calm, very nice. Sattva Guna is there. When you take a book, you are able to grasp very well. When you do a prayer, you are able to do very well. When you sit on a meditation, you are able to do meditation very well. Your mind is absolutely calm, very, very nice. It does not have normally bad thought processes coming in the morning time. Wonderful time. That's the reason we say Brahma Muhurta, you should do everything. Children, we say get up in the early morning and then do studies. That's going to be very good in the for understanding, adapting, etc. So we say early morning is very good. Brahma Muhurtam is 48 minutes before that of the sunrise, and many of the ashrams they get up before that and then they all start doing exercises and meditations and then even start chanting, etc. 48 minutes before sunrise. That's the Brahma Muhurtam when the absorption is very good with the sattvic energy. The entire universe is very, very high. So that is called Sattva. Sattva time is Brahma Muhurtam when everything is supposed to be good. And that's a very good time for worship, very good time for doing good things, very good time for learning. Then as you come towards the afternoon time, and all of us are having all the gunas, right? It's not that only we have Sattva guna or Tamo guna, we got all the gunas. Coming to an afternoon side, 12 o'clock time, what happens? We are continuously active, very active. Women are active, children are active in the school, people are active in meetings, very active. Rajo guna will be at its peak during the noon time. So the Sattva which was there in the early morning becomes Rajas sometime in the afternoon. Now slowly by the time the Sandhya comes up in the evening, Sandhya means transition from darkness to brightness and brightness to darkness. Evening is from bright sun starts getting into night. So when the Sandhya comes, then Tamo Guna starts sitting. Tamo Guna means you start becoming dull. At the end of the day, the husband comes home and then he's totally tired and then he just wants to drop his bag and have a cup of coffee and light up. Ignorance, not ignorance, is totally laziness will be there. Then you will not be able to absorb things like the way you were able to absorb it in the daytime, etc., etc. Though there may be a lot of things happening in the evening also, but still when you look at it from the quality of how it was in the morning to what it is going to be at the evening, it's going to be bad. And another important thing is that in the morning time, generally the mind will be full of virtuous thought processes. But towards the evening, 6 o'clock, when the sun is going to be setting, the mind is going to have a lot of indulgence drive. The fellow will say, come on, yeah, let's go for a drink. Let us go out for a party. Let us go out for that. Let us go out for this. So the indulgence of people who have everything will start in the night. They say, what is the kind of nightlife you have? That's all tamoguna, ignorance. That's what happens. So what our people did in the earlier ancestors did was that Sattva Guna in the early morning time, you should do Sandhya Vandanam so that you take a full benefit and or do prayers, full benefit of the energy that is there in the cosmos. And evening, when the Guna is going to change, to ensure that the change does not going to affect you into that kind of indulgence and other activities, they say you do Sandhya Vandanam at that time also. So 6 o'clock in the evening, you say you come and then do Sandhya Vandanam so that at least your thought process, you again start pulling it back. So we also have the habit of lighting the lamp and doing certain kinds of shlokas, etc. So that is tamoguna will lead you to something which is not properly wanted. So you try to bring it back into the right kind of thinking, right kind of thing by doing at that time of Sandhya Kalam. So this is as far as the day is concerned. So on the day itself, all the three gunas can become very predominant in us. Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Okay. Now, Sattva is what? When the sun is rising, just before the sun rises is Sattva, and that time is very good for all the good activities, auspicious activities, prayers, everything. Similarly, if you look at the entire year, what happens is that the sun will start getting into Uttarayana from Makara month, right? Up to that, it was there in the Dakshinayana, it was going down. Then it was just going down to south, that means it was setting. And in the month of Makara, the sun is start rising, right? It is going to rise up to the north. So we say that Makara is the month when it is rising. So like the way we have Brahma Muhurta, just two nadikes or two ghatis before the sunrise, 1 month before it becomes Uttarayana, that particular period is a wonderful period in terms of worshipping. Like it is changing over from Tamo to Sattva. And that is a wonderful time for prayer. And that's what, if you look at Chennai, you have Margadi Utsav. And all the temples, wherever Vishnu temples are there are so many things that happens in the month of Margadi. Margadi is considered to be the time for prayers. So Bhagavan says, if you look at that way, perspective, Margadi is a very, very nice month because it is going to be a religious, divine month where it is going to make an individual also grow in his sattvic qualities. So Bhagavan says, Masana Marga Shishoham Ruduna Kusuma Karaha. Okay, so I thought I'll take a slightly longer time, but anyhow, I thought this is a very beautiful shloka that we need to know about it. I'm sure that some of you would have even heard this song in Tamil. Kalangalil Vasantam, Kalagalile Oviyam, Madangalil Margari. He says that, if you look at that, he was explaining the person whom he likes so much, and he says that if you look at it from the seasons, she is Vasantakal. From the month, she is Margashisha, I'm sure that they have taken that kind of song that was written by Kannadasan. He has taken these things. Then he also says that Kartinile aval tendral. Okay, that is, it is that Marutir Marutamasmi. Marichir Marutamasmi. Bhagavan has told, no, in the case of various winds, Marichihi I am. That is, I am the simple, beautiful breeze. So the Kartinile aval tendral. So if you look at that song, I think that he has taken a lot of beautiful things about this, and then he has tried to compile a song in price of the person he likes. I was just trying to give a comparison because that song is also a wonderful song. When you happen to hear, you'll find all the glories of Bhagavan he has translated into something else in terms of trying to appreciate the glories of one of the person whom he likes a lot. Okay, right. Next, we'll take one more sloka.
Sheila Shinde Bagini.
Yes, sir.
Jutan chalayatamasmi.
Dyutan chalayatamasmi. Dyutan chalayatamasmi.
Tejasvinamaham.
Tejasvinamaham. Tejasvinamaham.
Yutan chalayatamasmi. Tejasvinamaham.
Dyutan chalayatamasmi. Tejasvinamaham. Dyutan chalayatamasmi. Tejasvinamaham.
Good. Next.
Rajalakshmi Bagini.
Jayosmi vyavasayosmi.
Jayotsmi vyavasayosmi. Jayosmi vyavasayosmi.
Sattvam sattvatamaham.
Sattvam sattvatamaham. Sattvam sattvatamaham.
Jayosmi vyavasayosmi. Sattvam sattvatamaham.
Jayosmi vyavasayomi. Sattvam sattvatamaham. Jayosmi vyavasayosmi. Sattvam sattvatamaham.
Good. Next.
Sri Lakshmi Bagini.
Yes, sir.
Yutan chalayatamasmi. Tejasvinamaham.
द्यूतं चलयतामस्मि तेजस्तेजस्विनामहम् द्यूतं चलयतामस्मि तेजस्तेजस्विनामहम्.
Next.
Vijayalakshmi Bagini.
Jayosmi vyavasayosmi. Sattvam sattvatamaham.
Vijayalakshmi Bagini. Okay, she's not there. Veena Fani Shri Bagini.
Yayosmi. Second line, sir.
Yeah.
Yayosmi vyavasayosmi. Tattvam sattvatamaham. Yayosmi vyavasayosmi. Sattvam sattvatamaham.
Good. Next.
Krishna Pavani Bagini.
Full shloka once.
द्यूतं चलयतामस्मि तेजस्तेजस्विनामहम् जयोस्मि व्यवसायोस्मि सत्वं सत्त्ववतामहम्.
Good. Next.
Bhanureka Bagini.
द्यूतं चालयतामस्मि तेजस्तेजस्विनामहम् जयोस्मि व्यवसायोस्मि सत्वं सत्त्ववतामहम्.
Next.
Kashmira Bagini.
Full shloka.
Yes, sir. द्यूतं छलयतामस्मि तेजस्तेजस्विनामहम् जयोऽस्मि व्यवसायोऽस्मि सत्त्वं सत्त्ववतामहम्.
Good. Next.
Usha Srinivasan Bagini.
Full shloka.
द्यूतं चलयतामस्मि तेजस्तेजस्विनामहम् द्यूतं चलयतामस्मि तेजस्तेजस्विनामहम् जयोऽस्मि व्यवसायोऽस्मि व्यवसायोऽस्मि सत्त्वं सत्त्ववतामहम्.
Good. Next.
Rajeshwari Srishankar Bagini.
द्यूतं छलयतामस्मि तेजस्तेजस्विनामहम् जयोऽस्मि व्यवसायोऽस्मि सत्त्वं सत्त्ववतामहम्.
Good. We'll go to the meaning of this. Chalayatam. We are talking about among. No? Chalayatam means among all the deceivers. There are a lot of deceivers. No? We got fake news that is coming in day in and day out. We got a lot of scam calls coming and then we're all getting deceived and cheated. So a lot of things are happening now in the world, especially the contemporary world. There are so many ways where people are deceitful. Even somebody goes to some place and then they are fled to the place. The auto fellow takes them for granted. They deceive them. So there are deceitful things are happening all across. So chalayatam, across all the deceivers. I am Jutam. I am the gambling. Bhagavan says, I am the gambling. In fact, he is now taking gambling because the Dharmaputra lost the entire brothers and his wife and the kingdom, everything because of gambling. He says, I am the gambling among the deceivers of across everyone. Then the question arises, why should God be gambling? Why should God be a deceiver? It is like when you have to set up a test paper for identifying the right kind of person who can clear an exam, you have to give a test paper which is tough. If you are going to give a very simple, straightforward question paper, which is very, very easy, everybody will be passing. If you want to have the right kind of person who has got to be given the consideration that you are now fit to become the CEO after me, if they want to do that kind of a thing, then he has got to pass through lot of tests, integrity test, that test, this test, everything. So Bhagavan says that I may have a kind of a casino, and next to that I may have a meditation hall. I want to see where you go. Right? That is the kind of question that he puts into people. You can go here or you can go there. Whether you want to go to a casino and then play a gamble and then lose things, or just 1 kilometer away, there is also a wonderful meditation center available where you can go at the same time your friends go to the casino and you go to meditation center. Choice is yours. But I am also this. So, but I'll be, these are tests that he is doing. He is making people to undergo the test to see whether they are able to stand those kinds of qualities that one needs to develop in their life. So he is telling that Jutam, Chalayata, Asmi. He says, even that is not living. If you are going to be deceived, I am the deceiver. So you have to become smart. I check up your smartness only by seeing whether you are going to be not tempted by all those kinds of things. Those kinds of tempting is also I do. Okay. Then Tejas Pinamaham. Among the brilliant people, I am the brilliance. When you say that somebody is brilliant, there's something in them which is, he has got brilliance is there. Some brilliance. And he says, I am the brilliance. The person is brilliant. The brilliance in him, Bhagavan says it is me. Then Jayos, me. All victory that people have is all because of me. Jaya, asmi. Yavasaya, asmi. Efforts that is being put in by people for coming up in life, everything, all those efforts are me. Yavasaya, asmi. Sattvam, sattvavathamaham. Sattvavatha means among all the virtues, among all the virtuous, there are a lot of people who have got very good virtues, right? Somebody has got a very high level of divine thing. They have kshama, dhamma, various kinds of virtues are there. Satyam, prayahitam. We'll be talking about that in detail in the 13th chapter. There are a lot of very good qualities are there, which we'll be talking about in 13th chapter. The virtue that a person has among the virtuous. I am supposing somebody is a virtuous person. There's a virtue in him. That virtue, Bhagavan says, I am. Sattvam, Sattvatam, Aham. Sattvatam, among the virtuous, I am the virtue. So if you look at that way, everything that is having a kind of a glory, Bhagavan says it's all me. And then you can think about it, and you will find that there's something special. Something if somebody was able to get that kind of specialty of Tejas, brilliance, it is a kind of blessing. And then if the person was able to be successful, again, blessing of Bhagavan is required. The person becomes successful because of what? Vyavasayatmika buddhi, effort that he has put. So Vyavasaya, that effort that is get to put, the second line, you also see that, Vyavasaya, effort, that is also me. So it is all, but there has to be a free will given to you. It is not that Bhagavan is going to start feeding you into your mouth. No. Free will is available for you. You can put effort or you can watch TV. You can put effort or you can just get into a place for the contemplating on a lot of positive things, or you find that at evening 6 o'clock I got a party to attend to, or I want to just go and do some kind of gambling. I want to play cards. Choice is yours. But Bhagavan says, please, I will everything you can be tested, but you need to you need to pass through the test so that you'll be able to start moving up in life. Okay, so I think I'll close with this. And Mrityus sarvaharashchaham udbhavascha bhavishyatham hitishchirvakcha narinam smrutirmedha hrudhi kshama bruhat samatthata samnam gayatri chandasamaham masanam margashishoham ऋतूनां कुसुमाकरः Jhutan Chalayatamasmi Tejasvinamaham Jayosmi Vyavasayosmi Sattvam Sattvatamaham Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om